Hi, boys and girls, it's Mrs. Zimmerman. Are you excited to have another story today? I am. This one is all about using your imagination. Did you ever use your imagination? Do you know what your imagination is? When you use your imagination, your mind will take you anywhere you want to go. You can dream up anything that you can think of. Your imagination is only limited by what you can think of. So using your imagination is wonderful. That is how people invent things, like the telephone. Way back when, we didn't have a telephone, but somebody imagined it up and they figured out how to make a telephone so that all of us can talk to people far away. Someone used their imagination and invented the computers that we're on, that we're recording videos back and forth to, so that you can see me and you can hear me. Isn't that pretty cool? So keep using your imagination. Don't stop. And maybe someday you can invent something that you imagined up in your head. Today, we're going to read a story called Where the Wild Things Are. And this little boy in the story gets into some trouble, and he uses his imagination to make the time go quicker. When this story's over, I want you to tell me if he has a good imagination. Would you imagine something up like this? I don't know. Let's look at the cover. What's on the cover? We have... Does that look like a monster? It kind of does. And it looks like there's a boat. Do you think the boat is how he gets to the monster? I don't know. We'll have to read the story and find out. Should we do our finger play? All right, ready? Hands up high, hands down low, hands behind your back. Now, where do they go? Out comes one, out comes two. Clap hands, fold hands. Now we're through. Let's begin. Where the Wild Things Are. Story and pictures by Maurice Sendak. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day, and in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start."
Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then, all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So, he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go! We'll eat you up! We love you so!" And Max said, "No!" The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye and sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. The end.
So, boys and girls, what did you think? Do you think he had a really good imagination? He imagined tons of wild things, right? And they were all in the woods. And what did he become? He became the king of all the wild things, right? But did he come back home when he needed to? Yes, he did. He smelled Mommy's cooking that she left in his bedroom for him. So he came out of his imagination and he ate his dinner like he should, right? Boys and girls, that was a pretty cool story. Did you ever imagine something as wild as that? If you have, let me know, because I would love to hear what's up in your imagination, okay? Well, maybe we'll get together next time for another cool story, and I'll see you guys later, okay? Have a great day. Bye.